Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first stream of 2026. Brian delivers you the goods here, and decided to stream for you guys tonight because there's some things I want to talk about real quick that were really bugging me during the day. Um, it wasn't a bad day, but it was kind of meh. So, I mean, my first day of 2026 was all right. Hey, Brian, how you doing today? I'm doing all right, Mitchell. Just There's a lot of things that have been happening for the past 2 days, and I gotta get some insurance issues situated where I'm supposed to get OTC money, and it's I don't know. My insurance is just I like them, but there's one problem with it. The problem is they have new guidelines and restrictions, and it's like this is what I'm talking about. It's like everything is so censored, so restricted now on some things. Our credit cards got hacked by the Las Vegas dude. Oh shit, I'm so sorry about that, Mitchell. That's another thing. Like, what a wonderful start to 2026. Not a great start from what I hear. I'm sorry. Like I said, a lot of other people have it worse than what I'm going through. Mine's minor, but at least I have a time and day when I'm gonna get my OTC money, and it's supposed to go to my credit card, and I want it to because I can't be late on payments. And if I'm late, then I have to pay like a $39 late fee, and that sucks out a bit more money that I have to put into it. And I've made on time payments for the past few months. I just hope it works out come next week when I get it. Did you say in your last live stream that you got a job? Not yet. I have not got a job. Do not have a job yet. Still working on it. But there was a job I did in August, and that was like sign holding stuff. But other than that, I'm gonna be. Hey, what's up, Lennon? Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight, man? I decided to stream for you guys tonight because I think it's kind of time to do a stream. But there are some things I'd like to address real quick. Um, like be respectful in the chat, civil if you have to be, and also no trolling. Just keep it civil. If you don't like something I'm gonna say, then there's the exit button. But other than that, there are some things I do want to address, but it's a private thing that I gotta deal with, and I'll talk to a good friend of mine about it pretty soon. Yeah, but it's something I gotta deal with privately. Uh, I return home tomorrow. Oh, nice, Lennon. Hope it goes well on your return home. But yeah, um, I don't know why, but YouTube vertical streams don't have uh, what is it, subscribers only mode, and that's very disappointing. But overall, I will be going back to some movie reviews this weekend. I gotta see what I can do. Yeah, me too. I'm in New York right now. Oh, nice. You were there to watch the ball drop? Because 2025 for me, what are you talking about, Johnny Blazing? Yeah, the spamming is ridiculous. So, anyone that's going to spam in that stream, just leave. Yeah, thank you for that, Mitchell. But other than that, I don't like spamming, dude. Oh, I know. I don't like it either. It can just get off the stream. But there's probably going to be a train passing by here. The train track door's going down a little, so I'm going to hear something very soon. I'm in Arkansas right now. Yeah, I know, Lennon. Which I hope you're having a good rest of your time doing that there. Hello, Ava Shield Man. Ava Shield Maiden. Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone had a good New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I'm sorry I didn't get those streams out that I promised I'd do. I've just been very busy on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, like watching the final episode of the Stranger Things, which was quite a good episode. Smoking is bad for your health. Yes, I know, Ava. Thank you for letting me know. But I'm okay. I'm gonna eventually quit. I just don't know when. I have a day when I want to quit. There goes I watched the ball drop in New York. It was beautiful. Oh, nice, Mitchell. That's pretty cool. There goes the train. But yeah, quit now. Okemo, nope. I do it to relax because I have other stresses that I deal with in my life. Hey Brian, I noticed you get more views and interaction with YouTube Live more than stream. Yeah, I do, Gino. And welcome to the stream. Surprised to see you here, Gino. Hey, what's up, Liam? Therapy? I'm okay, thanks. I have a therapist, by the way. I just gotta see. What? Some weird ass people coming in now. But yeah, I hope you guys, like I said, had a good New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. My New Year's Day was pretty good, despite things happening with my insurance. Okay, you're being racist, dude. Whatever. Yeah, despite my insurance kind of messing things up with me this year, I hope it works out on Tuesday or Wednesday when I get that money that I need. I put them on a timeout. Yeah, thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate that. Until they can learn to stop that racist behavior. Just with the YouTube Live, the trolls come out. Yeah, they do, Gino. They do. And I'm glad to see you here, Gino. Glad we have more mods in here. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how long I'm on stream because I hope you enjoyed my book review for Deltora Quest: The Lake of Tears. I'm gonna be going to. Oh, I like Youngblood. I know he released the Smashing Pumpkins zombie song recently. I didn't listen to it yet, but it's something I might check out. Damn, that train's really going haywire right now. This calms me down because I deal with a lot of stuff in my life, and I know some people have to. Sorry about that, guys. It's a train. Alright. No, never got into Kiss, but I'm sorry for the person that was in the band that passed away. You can let me know in the comment section below, because that was someone that passed away last year. Which, rest in peace. And if anyone wants to send super chats, you're more than welcome to, or gifts. I'm offering that, but it's your choice at the end of the day. I tried getting into Kiss one time. Well, not really. I've only heard a few songs. I think that was Ace Frehley. Yes, Ace Frehley. That's who it was. May he rest in peace. Because I know he passed away last year, and there were a lot of good people that passed away. Celebrities and regular people. Even Twitch streamers, YouTube stars, TikTok stars, all that stuff. Oh, I don't agree with you, Liam, because Nicki Minaj is getting a lot of backlash. And I have a special reason why for her coming out as the first episode. I don't like Cardi B either. I don't like both of them. But to each their own. I respect your opinion. As long as you can respect mine, and everything's fine. Like, everyone's entitled to... This is Matchbox 20's 30th anniversary since their first single. Oh, nice. That's cool, Lennon. Yeah, I never listened to Matchbox 20's music, but that's something I might check out at a later time. I got some other things I want to do for this year, like finish up on the 2025 films. I'm in the August films. I gotta finish watching The Bad Guys 2, then I'll go to The Naked Gun, and then after that there's another movie after that for August 1st movies. Then I'll move on to Freakier Friday, Weapons, which I heard Weapons was pretty good. So yeah, I still got a lot of catch up to do on movies, and that's something I want to focus on for the first 2 quarters of 2025, so I can get that end of the year list ready for you. I didn't do the end of the year for movies yet because 1, I want to finish up on the movies, and 2, once I get to listen to Rise Core, Brian. No, I don't. Never heard of it. Is it a band? Because I'm not sure. I've heard Rise Against, and last year their album sucked. So let's hope they put out a good 11th studio album and go back in the direction that I know they can do, with Nowhere Generation being a successful record, but Ricochet being a trashy ass record. But yeah, there was just some things happening the past 2 days, and that's why I couldn't stream for you, because I've been so busy. Which, happy Friday the 2nd, by the way, for the 2nd day of 2026. We're gonna go into January 3rd tomorrow. And how about Electronic Core? Oh yeah, like Icy Stars is one of my favorites. They're pretty good. They're the only band that I know that doesn't have any sexual assault allegations against them, except for I heard rumors about the 2 guys that did something previously and then they kicked them out, which is a smart move. It was 2 bandmates on Icy Stars that did some kind of allegation crap, which I think was true and was proven. But other than that, yeah, nothing new's been happening. Just been reading books. I got the Harry Potter books coming in next week, all 7 of them. I think 6 and 7 are going to come in probably just January 6th through the 10th is what it said. So I got 5 books coming in the same package for Do You Smoke Weed? No, I don't. I used to, but I don't do that anymore due to certain mental illnesses. Which I've already illustrated what I have on my channel. I can dig it. Oh, okay, that's cool. Scoob Doo 411. Oh yeah, Harry Potter's my favorite. I'm gonna be finishing Deathly Hallows Part 2 for the upcoming throwback movie review in the summer. I have a summer date on when I want to do it. I just don't know when I'll be able to get around to it. So yeah, opinion on the band Hollywood Undead. I think they're very underrated. I mean, their latest stuff, like with the Hotel California album, wasn't my favorite, but I think the past 2 singles they dropped, like Hollywood Forever and Savior, were my favorites. I think we're gonna get a Hollywood Undead album this year, most likely, because it's been a little while since we've had a Hollywood Undead album. I think the last Hollywood Undead Ruined My Life was a party song. Oh yeah, I know. They put out a lot of party songs on that aspect. So mostly, I think City of the Dead was my favorite one off the Hotel California album, but I just didn't find anything great about uh, Hotel California. I thought it was an okay record. House of Mirrors with Jelly Roll was pretty good, but everything else did alright on that record. It was just a fairly okay album. Hey, what's up, Zack Attack Studios? Welcome to this stream. But yeah, like I said, nothing new's been happening. I just finished up on the Stranger Things episode 2 days ago. Where are you? I'm in Florida, but I can't tell you where. Which I do have something I want to say, but if I say it, it's gonna. How's your 2026 going so far? Okay start. Not the best start, but could be a little better. I have some things I gotta opinion on Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Roll. Granted, I there's some music of his that I'm not too much a fan of, but I do like his music from time to time. It's an occasional thing that I listen to. Hardy, I'm kind of fading out with his music now. Um, I like Hardy, but it's just the same stuff. I know you like his song Burning. Yeah, that was a good one. If I remember how it goes, it's just been a while. But yeah, we're getting the Alter Bridge album next week. I might have a collab that I want to do with someone for the Alter Bridge album review. I'm talking to him about it, and I got to see what we're gonna do with that. So it might be my first collab in a while for an album review. So hopefully that goes well. But everything else about a collab, nice. It's a possibility it'll happen. If it doesn't, he'll let me know. But I'm just trying to get a collab out. Yeah, he does. More like pop country, mostly. He does rap stuff, but it just depends. But yeah, Like I said, if anyone wants to send super chats or gifts, you're more than welcome to. It's your choice at the end of the day. I'm almost to the $100 threshold, by the way. And I'm really happy that you guys have gotten me so far in subscriber count, and it's helped my channel grow over the years. Hi, Happy New Year. Thank you, Olivia. Happy New Year to you, too. I like some K-pop. It just depends on the artist. Like, Blackpink's alright, but it depends on the song. I think their Jump song was kind of meh. Ew. It's been one of those days. I did have something I wanted to say real quick. I actually got to drive my car, my mom's car, all the way to Walmart today. So it felt like I was very nervous, but I also got to drive it for a little bit. And then that was during like close to the evening time. So now with my learners, I can drive till 10 p.m. because that's the new restriction for it now, and I have to have someone to be there with me that is licensed, which would happen to be my mom. And I'm planning on getting my license this year, my actual driver's license. That is something I want to plan on working on. But I got to get a little bit more experience on driving a little bit more. I was doing okay today. I think I did alright for the most part. I had a little more confidence in myself that I could do it. But some people are getting pissed off at me because I was going too slow. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. I was just trying to pay attention. Why don't you have license already? You look old enough to. I didn't get one because I had a certain illness that was preventing me to get that for the longest time, but then I decided to get one. I don't drive, but I want to. I kind of regret not taking driver's training in high school. Boating license, lol. No, Lennon. It's a learner's license. Um, but I'm gonna get the operators in April or May. I gotta see how long I can get more experience in doing it. But I'm getting a little better. A little bit better. Just takes time. And I gotta ease my foot on the gas a little bit. Oh, I don't mind BTS, but it just depends on their music. I'm not a super fan of BTS, but they're alright. Depends on the song, of course, on how it sounds. But yeah. Like I said, not a lot of things have been happening. I just gotta take my Christmas tree down tomorrow. Floor it. Oh my god. Driving scares me a bit, but I know it will allow me to have more independence. Yeah, it really does. Do you like RM album Indigo, Brian? I don't know who you're talking about there. The only Indigo album I've heard of is Chris Brown, and I thought it was shit. Floor it. That's funny. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Zack Attack Studios. It scares me too, but it takes quite a bit of time to get the experience and RM from BTS. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Um, it takes a little bit of time to get the experience under your belt. Like for me, I didn't get a lot of opportunities last year to practice a little more, but I got a few during the month of December. And going into January, I got a little more experience because I was driving in traffic. and like in the city, and it was more nerve-ending to do that, but I figured it out. You reviewed that album in your channel. Did I? I can't remember that. That was a while ago. Yeah, it was a while ago. But I'll probably have more reviews this year. I'm excited for the Amity Affliction's new album. I'm also excited for Breaking Benjamin as long as they drop a record. First, they gotta drop a single. Then we'll probably get an album announcement. So I think we're gonna get something very soon from Breaking Benjamin. I hope they drop something. Because if they delay it again, I'm gonna get pissed. And I hope Sleep Token drops a new song. It's a possibility, but I don't think they're gonna drop an album anytime soon. Probably in 2027. That's when we'll know when the next album comes out, because they already dropped even in Arcadia last year, so we're gonna be expecting a little bit of different albums this year. Like Megadeth's new record, Poppy's new album. You also got Nick Jonas dropping a record in February. And then you also have Silversun Pickups, which I've been listening to them a little more lately. I finished the first two albums, and I'll probably listen to Neck of the Woods is the next one, which I did not hate that record. I've heard some songs off it. Heard Nick Jonas will drop an album. Yeah, it's coming out February 6th is what I heard. Then Joji is dropping a record the same day. And then there's two other artists. Breaking Benjamin is Mason's favorite band. Oh, I know. I hope they drop a new record soon. It's like this year and January 24th will mark 6 years of Aurora, but you don't count Aurora as an album, even though it's like a compilation album of songs they previously released. Hey, Jason Games, YT, welcome to the stream. Well, happy birthday to you. So, yeah. And I just subscribed. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Just getting something real quick. But yeah. Hopefully we get some new music this year. Really good music. But we'll just wait and see. Just grabbing something real quick. Now, other than that, I had to do something real quick. I think the Kid Laroi will drop an album too in 2026. Yeah, it's supposed to be next week. Queso? What? Okay. Hello, Daniel. Happy Friday to you as well. Happy Friday night, basically. Because it's Friday night. And, yeah. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming, like I said. I've been streaming about a half an hour. So, I'll probably have another stream coming out probably after this weekend. I got some things I got to do tomorrow and the next day. A little bit of cleaning. So you know how it is. You got things you have to do in your life and some responsibilities. But yeah, what I don't get is that when I got my OTC money, it was only $50 fucking dollars that I got. I was expecting 206 from this company. this insurance company that's supposed to send me money. And I hope they do send it next week, because if I don't, I'm going to be calling them and harassing the fuck out of them. And they're not going to like it. So I was a little pissed when I found out about that on Thursday night. I think it was like 1 or 2 a.m. And I didn't even see it. I was like, so what? I'm supposed to expect it, but I didn't get anything. And my previous insurance plan I already canceled and switched. So they better honor that. Yeah, Papa Roach is going to drop an album this year. They said they were. So they've already dropped 2 singles, Brain Dead and Even If It Kills Me. So we'll probably get another single sometime this year. I'm feeling like a summer release from them. I just don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, and I'm excited for Silent Planet's new record. I hope they drop an album, because we've already gotten 2 or 3 singles from them. I think 3. The last one was Under Your Skin, and that was a month ago is when it came out. Almost a month ago. Last month in December of 2025. So we'll just wait and see what happens. I'm excited for Poppy new album. Oh, me too. I'm thinking about pre-ordering it, but I gotta wait and see what happens with money. Like I said, I gotta wait to see what happens, of course, with this insurance thing, and hopefully it pays my credit card, because it's considered a bill. Something I have to do. Yeah, Negative Spaces was a great record. So I think Empty Hands might be a good follow-up. It's supposed to be shorter than Negative Spaces, but we'll just see what happens with that. And no calling me Queso's twin. I don't fucking know what that's about. Because I honestly don't know. People just like to say that to be assholes. But whatever. Other than that, okay, Crystallize was my favorite. I think it was a good song, but it wasn't one of my favorites. I think my favorite one was Vital and Push Go, and the Centers Falling Out was another one that I liked. So there was a lot of good songs on that record. Pretty good songs. I think I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. But my rating system is going to change this year for albums. Vital was another favorite of mine. Yeah, it was a pretty good one. Emotional, too, for how it sounds. But I can't wait to see what else Jordan Fish has to offer production-wise on albums this year. We'll just have to wait and see. Sorry, I hit my finger on my phone and I messed it up a little. But yeah, hope you guys' 2026 is going pretty good so far. Like I said, this year is going to be filled with new music, different albums, but something interesting. I know ASAP Rocky's dropping an album on January 16th, is what I found out. And Kanye West is probably going to delay that Bully album again, so you never know with that motherfucker. I don't like Kanye West anymore. I think after he decided to cop out and basically, yeah, he does suck now. He had a KKK thing for an album artwork, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? So, shit's happening with people that want to call him racist and prejudice and all that. And his mother would be rolling over in his grave by now. Be rolling over in her grave by now of the shit he's doing. Because he was very stable when she was alive. And, I mean, it was sad on his 808 and Heartbreak. Yeah, that one. But after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album, I lost respect for him. I lost so much respect for him as an artist and a person. And not to mention, I will be talking about some things in the reason why for this season 9 of, I think, is what's going to be happening very soon. Yeah, it was better. His 2000s work was better. Me personally, I thought My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy had some good songs. Good rap songs, good classic rap songs. But after that album, I don't listen to him anymore. I try to avoid his music now. Even if I do listen to the album, I know it's going to suck. Like the Donda records were terrible. But he's probably going to drop something. I know he will. And it's probably going to suck. As always. Because he's a shitty artist now. Gold Digger was a good song. Yeah, that was a good song. My favorite one was Stronger and Flashing Lights. Those were good songs too. Another artist that I think Donda wasn't even that good. No, it wasn't. The first Donda was just too fucking long. But like I said, the one band that I think should take a break is 21 Pilots. Yeah, it did flop. 21 Pilots need a break for at least 3 years to come up with good material. I think Breach was a really good record, but after that, I think they need a long break. And Taylor Swift needs a break too for a while, because her last record was a cash grab album. And I know a lot of people say Sabrina Carpenter is someone that made a good record last year. No, she didn't. I thought it was okay, but not anything special. I didn't like much of the singles. Like Tears and also the third song on that record. But from Sugar Talking, yeah, The Fate of Ophelia was a good song. After that, the record flopped. So I don't come back to that album anymore. It's just on my skip list. It's like, I'm going to skip this record. Drop the curly hair routine. Yeah, sure. I would if I could get a haircut. So, Cecil Sin or whatever. Remember when he wanted to be our president, Konya? You mean Kanye West? Because listen, Saba. No, I don't. Jub Monster. Still looks good, brother. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a haircut, but it's. Do you still like Maroon 5? Their last record was very meh, if I'm being honest, Liam, but it just I think they kind of are very overrated at this point. Like, their music kind of goes down the toilet drain at times. And they're not terrible. I think their last record, Love Is Like, was meh. Not my favorite record, but there was a few good songs off that album. California was a good song. Yeah, it was. So was Hideaway. I did like that one. And All Night was pretty solid. Not my favorite, but fairly average song. Um, Love Is Like with Lil Wayne was not one of the best songs, but it was fairly meh. That's another thing. There were two albums I did not add to my worst albums of 2025, and that was Within Destruction on Metal, and also Lil Wayne, The Carter Six. I didn't want to put them on there because one, they sucked ass. Two, Lil Wayne is the type of artist, and I did a toilet video, flush video on that album, which I hope you enjoyed it. Because I may think about doing toilet flush videos again, but it's going to be on entertainment purposes. But it just depends on what I decide to do. I just haven't done any in like 6, 7 months. It was a while ago. The last one I did was in July. That was about the big beautiful bill. That was politic related. But Brian, you like One Republic? Uh, not anymore. I think Ryan Tedder does have really good vocals, but I think they rely too much on electronics at this point. So One Republic kind of fell into the pop phase with their music, but their songs are okay. They're tolerable, but not the best. Their older stuff was a lot better, up to the Waking Up album, and then I think I liked some songs on the 2013 record. I can't remember what that album name was, but I did have it on CD one time, a long time ago. And that's something I want to try to do this year. You like Ships and Tides from the Human album? Um, I can't remember that song. It's just been a while. But I'd have to go back and listen to their whole discography. So that's something I want to try to do in 2026 is do more members only content again and see where it goes from there. It is Native. Yes, that's the album's name from 2013, Native. I enjoyed that record a little bit. There were some good songs off that. Burning Bridges was my favorite one. And there was a few other songs like I Lived was a pretty good one. So, yeah, off the Human record, Distance was a pretty good song. Um, but yeah, I like Don't Look Down. Yeah, I think I've heard that. I like Runaway as well. So there's a few good songs from One Republic, but it's been a long time since I've come back to them. That's another band that might drop an album this year. Because I think their last record was in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. It's either going to be this year or next year. Counting Stars was a good song. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Counting Stars is a good song. But there were some other bands that I think need to drop more music, like Paramore needs to drop another album. Pierce the Veil, definitely. I think they should follow up The Jaws of Life, even though some people thought it was not their best. I was so pissed off when they dropped the deluxe edition of that last May. That was bullshit. It was only 2 fucking songs. Yeah, Paramore's a great band for sure. Yeah, two fucking songs off the Jaws of Life Deluxe Edition, and they were songs that already came out before that Deluxe Edition released. So what's the point in that? That really irked me. So I don't listen to those songs. They're solid tracks, but the problem with it is if you're going to drop a deluxe edition, add more songs to it. Maybe like acoustic songs. It doesn't matter at this point. Like, bands need to start to learn. Imagine Dragons was kind of flopped. Night Visions is Imagine Dragons' best album. Yes, it is. It's a solid record. Along with Smoke and Mirrors being okay, 100k per backshots. How many backshots are you taking? Wait, what? The only album I did not like was Evolve. Tiptoe was a good song. Yeah, it was a solid track. It's Time was my favorite. So was Demons. On Top of the World was a pretty solid one, but kind of corny at times. And Every Night was a pretty good one. Origins was bad. Oh, yeah, it was. But there were a few solid tracks. Mercury Act 1 had some solid tracks, depending on the songs. Not everything on Mercury Act 1 was great. I think Dan Reynolds is an underrated singer. Well, not underrated, overrated, to illustrate and recorrect what I was saying. He's overrated by now. Wrecked was good. Yeah, it was a good song. It was very emotional, too. It was about the loss of his sister that passed away due to, I think, cancer or something like that. Bad Liar and Natural were not bad on Origins, but that's about it. Natural was alright, but not anything special. But Bad Liar was a good song. But after that, I think Origins really took a nosedive into crappy songs later on in the record, and it got cheesy and corny. So, Evolve was another album that did have some flops. Like the Whatever It Takes song is very overrated by now. It's alright, but it's overrated. So is Believer being kind of crap. I like Whatever It Takes. It's alright, but it's not the best song. It's just fairly meh, in my opinion. But I think after, how about I Don't Know Why? Yeah, that was a good song. That was probably the only good song off that record. Along with I'll Make It Up to You. Rise Up was alright. Thunder was garbage. Oh yeah, it was garbage. Like I said, there was a time in 2018 where I went through a Imagine Dragons phase, but I grew out of that after a while because I found out that they sucked. And to my avail, they did. Their music is trash now. Like their last record, I think it was called Loom or something like that. I can't remember the album's name, but 9 songs on that, like Take Me to the Beach, was stupid. And there was only 3 members in the band now. And I think they're going to do another pop record if it comes to it in 2020. It was called Loom. Yeah, Loom, that's correct. Loom was a bad record. The first song on the record was crap. I can't remember the song's name, but I remember hating it so much. There was a lot of bad tracks off that record. It was their worst record. So, Yep. It's sad because Imagine Dragons have had potential, but they blew it when they went pop. Yep. I think they went into the mainstream pop crap, and it ruined how their music sounds. We also are going to get a Muse record this year, so I'm excited for that. I know they dropped Unraveling, which was a pretty strong track last year, in the summer last year. So I can't wait to see what Muse has to offer for new material. I know you don't like this band, but Falling in Reverse is so garbage. Yeah, because Ronnie Radke kind of calls out other bandmates and starts shit with people when he's acting like a 40-year-old man child. Or how old is he now? Like 40, 41, something like that. And he's acting like a fucking whiny crybaby. Carry On was a good song. It was for a time, but I just don't want to listen to Falling in Reverse anymore because they're so irrelevant. Like their last record, Popular Monster, was a train wreck of crap. So, like the All My Life song was bad. So was the song with uh, Tech Nine in it. I used to like Coldplay, but now they just sound too pop. They're supposed to be dropping one more album, and that's going to be it. But I don't know for sure. If they drop one more album, great. Yeah, Coldplay went downhill, for sure. Music of the Spheres was one of their worst records. It had a few solid tracks, but after that, I think the record really flopped with the what was that song? Beautiful. That was one of the worst fucking mixed tracks ever. And the last record, I can't remember the last record. Adventures of a Lifetime was a good song. It was solid, but not one of my favorites. It's very pop friendly. But my favorite record before they went to the 2017 record, which I know what it's called, but I can't remember. It's called Moon Music. Yes, that's what the album's name was. That was the last album they dropped in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And they didn't drop anything after that, so I think we're going to get an upcoming Coldplay record this year or next year. But I have very low expectations of it succeeding because Moon Music was not my favorite record at all. It was boring. Still boring. I don't really come back to it. You like A Sky Full of Stars? Yeah, that was a good song. Ghost Stories was my favorite record from them. After that, they kind of flopped. After that record, like they did a song with Beyonce that was so bad, and I really fucking hated that shit. So, yeah, they got another. That's another band that kind of went downhill big time. Coldplay. But another band that I think is the worst band in the metalcore scene is Code Orange. I know they're probably going to drop another record this year, and I don't care. Mushroomhead's another one that will probably drop another album this year if they do. Slipknot, I hope they drop their Look Outside the Window album, because that's something they've been working on for a long time, since 2008 after Paul Gray passed away. Mushroomhead is weird, for sure. I think they're a meh band, but they do have some cringe songs. I know they were way before Slipknot, and I can understand that, but I'm just not a huge fan of them. And along with Soulfly's last record, Shama, which is on my worst albums of 2025, definitely go check it out. I think you'll like what I got to say about that album. That was such a bad album. Do you listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers? Their last record was solid. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers, but the only problem I have is with Anthony Kiedis because I heard he was dating a minor. What do you think of Five Finger Death Punch? Nope. Don't like Five Finger Death Punch. I used to like him, but I don't anymore. Let's remove the likes till he starts showing us respect, chat. Wait, what? If you're gonna be disrespectful, you like Wrong Side of Heaven. Let's just say I used to like Five Finger Death Punch older stuff. Their newer stuff is crap. Like some newer albums, like the Afterlife record was alright. I think they're gonna drop another record this year. It's most likely to happen. Their last record was in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And they didn't follow that up for a while. So I think they're gonna follow it up this year. So I have a feeling Five Finger Death Punch is gonna drop a record this year. What are you talking about? Floridal's Lifey. Yeah, I know. The guy's being an asshole, but whatever. I'm just here to do a stream. If most people don't like it, they can leave. But other than that, I hope things work out during next week because the freaking train, man. Yeah. Thoughts on Disturbed? I think they should come back with a new album this year. But the only thing I think David Dryman needs to do is stop talking about political shit. Because it's like, dude, you kind of canceled yourself when you talked about Israel and all that shit. And it's like, look, it's not a topic you should get involved in if it doesn't concern you. I mean, yes, it's concerning. Yes, I like Nothing More. They're a good band. Very good band. But it doesn't concern you if you got nothing. Like, you gotta choose your words carefully when it comes to some things you say and some things that are gonna piss people off. So, at the end of the day, opinions are like assholes at the end of the day. And everyone's got one. And sometimes most people just have no filter too nowadays. They want to say what the fuck they want and think they can get away with their bad behavior. But at the end of the day, your karma's a bitch. It eventually comes around and bites you in the ass. But yeah, I've been streaming for a little while. I thought I was going to be streaming a little longer. I guess I was streaming a little longer than I thought. But there's something else I gotta take care of for the tomorrow. Some important private matters. Hey, what's up, Blake Johnson? Welcome to the stream. Thoughts on the band Oasis? I do like Oasis. I haven't really listened to all their music, but I've heard of Wonderwall, which was a good song. But yeah, like I said, just life's been going all right for the start of 2026. I hope next week should be a lot better, which I think it will be. Like I said, this year's, I'm hoping for it to be my year, but I know there's going to be some bumps in the road. as you go through life. Oasis is good. Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, and Don't Look Back in Anger are good songs. Oh, nice. I didn't hear the other two songs you mentioned, Zack Attack Studios, but that's something I might check out. That is a possibility. You'll be seeing some classic album reviews again very soon. I don't know when, but I just gotta get caught up on some bands I want to check out. And I know I was supposed to review Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne albums. I will do that this year. Um, I just didn't get around to it last year because I know Ozzy passed away in July last year, which was very sad. The Prince of Darkness did pass away on us last year, which may he rest in peace. Yes, most definitely. Yeah, it was a sad time last year. There was a lot of shit going on last year. Thoughts on Jonas Brothers? I do like them. They're a good uh, pop boy band, and they're all right. Rip Ozzy, yeah, definitely. Um, he's definitely gonna be missed still to this day. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a Chester Bennington memorial thing this year. I'm gonna wait till the 10 years, so that'll be in 2027. But Chevy 55 speed or 5 speed, I meant to say. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna be wrapping this up very soon. Thoughts on Justin Bieber? I think he's alright. His last two records last year were not one of my favorites. They were decent and kind of meh material. But it is what it is. I mean, it's not going to be the best stuff that he put out. Not like Justice was. You like Purpose? Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite Justin Bieber albums. After that, I think My World 2.0, like Baby, was cringe. Not a great track. And then Never Let You Go was one of my favorites, even though he had a girlish voice at the time. But he was a kid at the time. He was like 16 and getting in the music business at the time. So Justin Bieber didn't become popular to like the Baby song. I hate that Yummy song. Oh, hell yeah. That's really bad. When he did that, what was the album's name in 2020? It was before Sky Sky. Hey Sky Sky, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming. Changes, yes. That was the album's name. That was not a good record. I was bored with that record. It was so boring and so bad that I couldn't come back to it. But Justice, the follow up, was a lot better. And then when he did Swag and Swag 2, his recent ones last year. What are y'all talking about? Just music in general. We're talking about Justin Bieber right now. But we're going to move on to another artist and band that I do like, that I want to see come out for 2026. Yeah. I think Justin Bieber's material did get better in his later years, depending what's your favorite song on Justice? Hold On. Purpose is Justin Bieber's best era. Oh yeah, from Justice. Hold On. Lonely was a solid one. Only One was pretty good one. Lonely, I know a lot of people didn't like that track. I don't know why. But it was a song. And yeah, he did have the low. And it was kind of whiny at times. But with how he was singing it. But other than that, I think that song had meaning to it, which he was trying to talk about and express in that track with his emotions and all that. So there was more emotion, and it was emotionally driven of a track than it was supposed to be criticized a lot. There were some critiques about that track, but I think it was a solid one to end the record. And I know there was bonus tracks to it too. But other than that, his last two records were not my favorite releases, but they were decent to kind of meh. Swag 2 was very meh. The September release that came out 4 months ago. But yeah, you will see an Alter Bridge album review, possibly a collab if it happens. I just gotta make sure I get the guy's video and then my video together and then combine it and then release it to you guys in a full-length video. So I'll let you know when I decide to do that. But I'm going to be wrapping this up in a couple minutes. Daisies is generic Justin Bieber song. Do you believe Jesus Christ is God? Yeah, in a way. I would consider it. Like I said, I'm a spiritual person, but I just don't affiliate with any religious parties or anything. I don't care to talk about religion. It's just not my thing anymore. But I do believe. I just have my opinion on the artist Halsey. Lately, she's been dropping okay material. Her later stuff has been a little bit better. But to be honest, I do believe in Jesus Christ, but I'm not an overly religious person. Yeah, I do agree. Okay. I respect your beliefs on that. It's not a religion, my fault. No, I know it's not an official religion, but it dives into religious topics. I think Still Learning is a good song. Wait, Still Learning? Oh yeah, from Halsey. Okay. Um yeah, that's a I haven't really deep dived into her music in a while cuz I don't think she's dropped an album in quite a few years. But hey, you have your hits and misses with some artists and some bands. But as long as they make good content and good material for music, that's all that matters. Well, thank you for that, Calorical 16. I appreciate the kind words. And you're welcome to come in my stream anytime. Thank you for spiritual advice. Like I said, I'm a spiritual person. I don't have any religious affiliation with anything. It's not a topic I like to get into too much. Okay, thank you. Well, we appreciate that. Yes, I like The Weeknd, Liam. He's a good artist. He's better than Chris Brown, in my opinion. Without a Warning is a good song from The Weeknd. I like Hurry Up Tomorrow, the album. That was probably a good record. Even though there were a few tracks I was displeased with. The movie sucked. I'm sorry, but Abel Tesfaye can't act for shit. Good night. Peace with you all. Alright, you have a good night, Calorical16. Thanks for stopping by and sharing some positive insight of yours. I never watched that movie. You don't want to. I watched the whole thing and I was so displeased with it. But, hey, it was a bad movie last year. But I think I'm going to wrap up very shortly. I appreciate you guys coming in and enjoying the stream. And I'll probably have another stream probably by Monday or Tuesday when I can get around to it. I got to deal with some things tomorrow. And now my dog's barking, so I got to go take care of that. But I'm going to try to hit the hour and 15 minutes of this stream. But if you guys got any last comments to put in the chat, now would be the time before I wrap up. Because I've been at this stream for like an hour and almost 15 minutes. But I think hopefully you guys had a good time watching my stream and us talking about music and other topics we were talking about. But yes, I'm going to be returning to you for some movie reviews during the weekend. And I'm going to finish up on the Bad Guys 2 movie tonight. So that is to be expected. But until then, guys, if you got no more comments, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, your Friday night. Opinion on Avril Lavigne. Her older music's better. Her newer stuff is kind of iffy and kind of crap. Love Sucks was her worst record. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Liam, Lennon's Kitchen, also Marvel and Music Fan. Blake Johnson, thank you for coming in, by the way. Hopefully we can do that collab pretty soon. Just let me know. We'll get started on recording our parts probably next week sometime. But until then, guys, you have a good rest of your Friday night. I thank you guys for watching my stream tonight. Yeah, that was a good song, Liam. Dare to Love Me was a solid track. See you later, Liam. And see you guys later. And I'll return to you for another stream Monday or Tuesday. And you guys have a good weekend.